You're sitting on top of a notepad. Welcome back. My name's Alyssa, and today I'm going to show you my process of making a granny stitch crochet t-shirt. Yes, I went with t-shirt. I put up on my Instagram and my YouTube, what would you think would look better with this design? And a lot of you were saying t-shirt. So I listened and I made it into a t-shirt and I added some little fun bobble stitches and different things. But we'll start off with the very beginning of the project. I'll take you through me making it. And then at the end, I will discuss what I love about it, what I would do differently next time, and my future plan with that pattern. So stay tuned, get a cup of tea, get a coffee, get a water, get all of the above, and enjoy this video. So you can see it a bit better here, but I've added some extra rows to the square. It was just the normal square shape, but I've added rows to the sides just to make it reach around my body better. Otherwise it was going to be too tight. And then I've added these top rows for connecting the shoulders and giving me a bit of a neckline. Otherwise it would just be a hole in the neckline and I don't think it would look as good. I'm going to even all this out though with some single crochets. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing for the back. Okay guys, it's midnight, so I'm trying to be a bit quiet. But I finished both squares and I've added infill rows. I've obviously taken off the top parts because I thought I might have made the infill rows a bit too wide, but I actually think they're way too small and I'm going to need to add maybe 2 more rows on each side to each square to just get it to the length I need to seam it together so it's not too tight. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I've done the 2 squares, so I'm really happy with that. And tomorrow I'm going to re-add these top tabs. So I've got the shoulders and neckline, and I'm going to widen that and then hopefully start the sleeves. If you can believe it, I'm doing this in 46-degree heat. So that shows you how excited I am to show you this. But this is the t-shirt version. I'm not going to keep it as a t-shirt. I'm actually going to make it a long sleeve, but I did want to take some footage of it before I add the sleeves just so you can kind of see what it looks like as a t-shirt. I don't really like how it sits on my boob area, and I think that's because I've done the stitches with too small of a crochet hook. So for the next one, to make it more drapey and a bit more forgiving, I'm going to size up my hook. So I used a 3.5 for this, but I'm going to size up to a 4.5 or 5. I'll see how it goes, but I'm really happy with the color of the yarn and the softness. So I'm going to keep it the same 8-ply yarn, but I am going to change my hook size. I also added this little detail at the bottom. Oh, I don't really want to show my tummy, but I added some detail at the bottom with these little baubles, little bobble stitches, just to add some character. And I think when I increase the sleeve length, I'll either do a cuff and some bauble stitches or just the cuff, because I don't want it to be like a giant sleeve. I'm going to cinch it in with the cuff. But anyway, it is so hot. I'm sweating so much. I'm going to go inside. So I'm just weaving in my ends. And I had this thought this morning that with crochet, it's a bit like Harry Potter. What? In the sense that I think the sorting hat, the crochet sorting hat, chooses whether you're going to excel in amigurumi or wearables. And I feel like, it's not even like if you'll excel in them. Well, it kind of is. If you're good at it, but also if you just like prefer one over the other, you know what I mean? And for me, I think it's definitely wearables. Like I love making amigurumi. Don't get me wrong. Like I love making the Della ducks and all that, but I just love making wearables, you know? Like I just love it. There's just something about making your own clothes and having a vision and using the colors that you like and seeing other people enjoy them. I think that's just my thing. So I'm probably going to be doing a lot more wearable content on this channel, a lot of patterns, how-tos, showing what I've made. I'm in my like making wearables era. So just a little update on the direction of this channel, as you were. It's done. We don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore. So, as you can see, I've added some bobble stitches on the sleeves. And that matches the bottom of it. Also added 2 extra rows to the bottom here before these bobble stitches, just because it was just that little bit too short. And I thought by steam blocking it, it might reach the right length, but now it's perfect. So then that's the there. I love it so much. I'm so happy with it. I think the colors are perfect. I love it. So that's the finished product. Hello. Perks of living like in the middle of nowhere. Whee! Let me know what you think. Do you love it? Do you love it as a t-shirt? I'm so glad that I made it into a t-shirt in the end. Ready to go. So I thought I would start by going through what I like about this. What I like is how easy the design is. It's literally 2 squares, some decreases to make the collar or the neckline, putting it together and then crocheting the sleeves straight on. It's so easy, quick, simple, love it. I also love the material, which is 8-ply cotton yarn. It's the Spotlight brand, and it was super easy to work with, did not split. It's really soft and it's really pigmented. So I find the colors are so bold, and I just think that, I don't know if this is true or not. It might just be picking it up on camera, but I find cotton yarn is a lot bolder and stronger with the colors compared to acrylic. As an example, this is an acrylic stocking that I made, and I don't know, I feel like the color in this is a lot stronger than the color in this. Looks a bit washed out, don't you reckon? So yeah, the pigment, the fit, I think the sizing and the fit of it is super flattering. It's flowy, but it's not oversized in the sense that I feel like it makes me look bigger and that it's unflattering. So I love that. The collar. So the collar was super simple. I just did some single crochets and then some half double crochets into them all the way along. That is it. The top in itself is quite loud and quite ready to party, and I didn't want the collar to draw away from this design, and I didn't want to add too much, you know, less is more. So I just did a simple collar, super quick, super easy. I like that with this design, the sizing is easy to change. Even if you're like me and you get like almost to the end of the project and you're like, oh no, it's too big or it's too small, you can change it. So the only thing I would say is with the squares, so my squares went to where this light blue is. That's how big my square was. I could have made it a little bit bigger. And before I decreased to attach the squares to each other, I added some extra rows here just to widen it, because obviously if you're doing the whole square, you're going to be making it longer, and I wanted it a bit cropped. So I finished my squares, the length was great, and then I just added some extra rows on the sides before attaching it. That will be in the tutorial though, so don't stress. And the bobble stitches. I love the bobble stitches. I think it just gives it a finished look. It like signifies this is a t-shirt. And it's a bit fun. It's something a bit different. You don't get bobble stitches on a regular t-shirt. So, okay. As for what I dislike about it, not much. Not much. There's just one thing. And it was the size of the clusters. So I used a 3.5mm hook. It looks beautiful. I think this would be great for a jumper style. But when making a t-shirt, I need more airflow. It's a bit warm up in here with the tightly crocheted together clusters. So to fix that, I'd still use the 8-ply cotton, but I would size up to a 4.5, which I've done. And I've started another one already, you know me. And it's just a bit more flowy. The clusters are a lot bigger, but there's more spacing between them, which means better airflow. This is actually going to be a long sleeve though, because I'm itching to do a long sleeve now. But I think the airflow is good regardless. It's not made, the purpose isn't for it to be like a winter jumper. I mean, it would be great in the office, I'm thinking, for work when the heat is on full blast and you want something but you don't want to be sweating. It's kind of just designed to be like a year-round design. So you can layer it with jackets, you can wear it over the top of a dress, you can wear it as is with shorts, with jeans. And then with the jumper, I would wear it in autumn and spring, not summer, probably a bit hot in summer. And winter, it'd be great, like if you're going somewhere like a shopping centre and you don't want to be sweating, I think it would be great. You can always just layer on top of it if you need to. But those are my thoughts. That is my feedback. I will be doing a tutorial as I make this long sleeve version. As always, thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. Subscribe if you like what you see, like, comment, it helps my algorithm, it helps me get to you if you're a crocheter, and I'll see you in the next one, which will be a pattern tutorial for this.